Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara, Unintentional Malum, Act 1. So there was something we did forget last time. Zeke did kill a Casicle, and that is, in fact, another conduit. So here's our next conduit. We'll read the back of it. A lesson in conduction. Well, actually, is it all the same? Let's find out. Okay, so most of it is the same except for the final bit of flavor text. Okay, let's go ahead and read that then. Orion tried to make sense of his surroundings. He suddenly saw from many more eyes than he was used to. The tips of his claws dug into the ground as he pushed himself up, swaying unsteadily. He still had a hard time being a cavesicle. His exoskeleton lacked the sensitivity of skin, like wrapping a rigid glove around most of his body. Temperatures felt far away, neither cold or hot, and the whole experience gave an overall impression of grayness. He squeezed through a crack in the cave wall, glad to be able to fit in such a small space. Claustrophobia pressed upon his senses, and the walls of the cave seemed to be bearing down on him. The reaction was human, something he could learn to ignore while it didn't make sense. Even so, the fear of what might happen if his summoning wore off in here was never far away. So, Cavesicle conduit form, you become immune to poison, and you're not affected by terrain penalties or moving through allies, just like a regular Cavesicle. They also get Hive Mind. While there are at least 2 other Cavesicles with an SOI, you get +1 defense, and your attacks get +1 to attack roll and become empowered. Their standard attack has poison attached to it. It scales off your highest level discipline, so in this case 2, so the force would be 11. Has a range 4 attack that's just a regular attack, and then has access to essentially Onslaught, which is exactly what it does. So, neat stuff there. So yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing about Conduit, is it does potentially get you access to just other disciplines, and you can just play around with them. Unfortunately, we were too far away to deal with any of the water lowers to get their conduit form, but we are going to be starting very close to some right now. All right, we already read the flavor text for this one, but I don't think we did not go into any details about anything else, I think. Actually, I don't remember if we read it or not. You drop down into a secluded cavern, splashing in the water below. You carefully avoid... Oh, yeah. So, yes, we did. We did read it. Okay. I recognize the sharp rocks. All right. Special encounter rules. Ambush. When setting up this encounter, after dealing the initiative cards, move the water lowers forward 1 spot on the initiative track. And then the usual rules for Bug Bomb. The reward, the win condition is to go to the blue exit, and then obviously the lose condition is to either die or lose the Bug Bomb. All right, so we're going to start in the bottom 2x2 in this tile here. And how we're going to do that? Let's go with... So everyone at this point has... Yeah, everyone has equal conviction right now. It's going to be RNG on whether they attack us first or not. Good news is, once we kill these guys, or either one of them, Zeke will get the conduit form because it's within SOI. We'll put Zeke in the back. We'll put Rook in front. We'll put... How are you holding up right now? 15 health. Yeah, we don't actually have a lot of health because that's kind of just how our build came together. Yeah, we'll have Remy in front and put Nightingale here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Shuffle. Oh, good. They get to go first because ambush triggers here. All right. Red will go first. There's no effects active at this moment, so they're just going to cast spells. There's an opponent with an SOI. Lowest conviction is a tie. It's going to go highest initiative, so it's going to go after Nightingale. SOI is not line of sight, so it can cast the Remy at Nightingale. All right, casting die. And while that's going on, I'm going to roll this. That is 11 and versus 12. I resist the spell. Alright, and then the next Waterloo is going to go. There is one opponent adjacent, but it has to be more than one to trigger the other step. So it's going to go ahead and cast again, targeting Nightingale. Alright, 12 this time. Good luck. 9 in total. If we let it go, it's going to do 3... It'll do 5 damage. I'll just take the 5 damage. Yeah, it's going to do difference plus 2. Yeah, so 5 damage, and she's going to get put in water. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Also note that, just like other maps we've done, this one doesn't have the exit revealed immediately. We got the red totem and blue totem down there, and we do have loot. Okay, that was it for Waterloo. Goes to Nightingale. For Nightingale, I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to do a utility core move for 2 spaces. And we're just going to move a little bit closer to here. We haven't officially taken an actual move, so we're just going to shoot from here. We'll spend 2 stamina. No point in empowering. We will shoot at the red one. Alright, that'll be 10 plus 1, 11, so it would do 2 damage if I were to let it go through. Yeah, I'm okay with just doing 2 damage. That'll be it for Nightingale. I'm not going to use her ability. Alright, goes to Rook. Rook will go ahead and spend 2 stamina to target the purple Waterloo. We're going to do a Courage Stifle, and we're going to go ahead and empower it. Okay, that is a skull. I'm going to use Intervention to reroll all dice. I'm going to go ahead and use my Enchanted Piercings to reroll just the black die. That's better. 8, 14. Alright, we'll do a grand total of 8 damage, because it's double, it's his armor. And where are we at with everything else? Remy... we'll go ahead and do Intervention on Remy, since she was the only one that's still missing an Intervention. Alright, also Zeke should be at 3 stamina. Goes to Zeke's turn. Zeke will go ahead and throw a throwing axe at the Waterloo. 1 purple die. 2 damage, I'll throw the other one. Actually, no, I'll use Intervention and reroll that too. 5 damage, that is a kill. Alright, let's get loot first. We didn't get a refresh, so there's 23 cards left. 6 gold. 99. Alright. Now we get a command. We go ahead and get the conduit form for this. Alright. Orion pulled out against the waters around him. A spell surged, swallowing his small crystalline body. He could feel the water as it became an extension of him, without a clear boundary or limit. He dashed forward through the pool, rolling over its surface almost effortlessly. It was how he imagined flying must feel. The water carried him smoothly above the surface, suspending his transparent body. It almost made him regret having to fight the creatures. Alright, Waterloos. I didn't really talk about their skills, but I don't really use these. I don't really do conduit forms for skill checks. Waterloo has Arcane and Elusive, so this is actually kind of an interesting tank form, just simply because you can ignore all symbols, which can be very, very useful. Same situation as before, can't be affected by Water Terrain and may never choose to leave it. When the Waterloo is affects an opponent with spell or hits somebody, it puts water down. Splash, if you use this conduit while outside of Water Terrain, you put Water Terrain where you spawn, essentially. We have a... This is kind of weird. Is that what it's supposed to be? So I think this is a misprint. The title bolt says at 6 attack, but it shows the melee symbol. I'm pretty sure that just means it's supposed to be a range attack. So I'm pretty sure that's a mistake. Give me a moment. Okay, I checked the website, the 1.2 print and play, and it has the same mistake. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a ranged attack because it's based off the actual Waterloo's ranged attack. So that's how I'll play it because there's no other reason for that number to be there unless it's a ranged attack. Cleansing Rain, remove an effect from a figure with an SOI. This is really helpful because I usually don't like spending experience getting an ability or that just gets rid of effects, even though it's very useful, but it's so situational. Then there's Reverse Osmosis, cast a spell 6, deal damage equal to 2 plus the difference rolled. Not so useful on Zeke because obviously we don't have any spellcasting dice to play with. And then we have Flooding, replace all adjacent spaces with water tokens. While water is definitely a hindrance for us, for the most part, it's actually really helpful because as you've seen with the Gavaden fight, it prevents dodging. So if you're ever against something that has, not only high defense, but also capable of dodging, you can just use the water loa to just throw out some water to prevent it from happening. Also, water loa's symbols, burst will also allow them to self-heal. I didn't talk about the K-Sickle symbols, it's just your weapons. Yeah, and all of these guys have 6 movement and 0 armor. Alright, third conduit form. Alright, it is still Zeke's turn, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the other axe while I'm here. We will target, just the water loa. Here it goes. 3 damage. It's going to be at 5. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina and give Remy a haste. And I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to change into water loa form, which will put me in water. And then I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just stop there. Well, actually, we'll go 6 and trigger the blue totem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's good. Alright, blue totem. In the far corner of the cavern, a small passage leads further down into the cave. Place the blue exit token on the space this totem occupied. From the depths of the passage, a K-Sickle scurries onto the rocky platform. Spawn a K-Sickle on the blue exit token. So we found the exit. And then we need to spawn a K-Sickle. We're spawning a K-Sickle, so we need to see if we get a variant. No, just a regular one. Again, to reiterate, you're supposed to shuffle the cards together, but these things don't shuffle well, so it's better just to randomize with a die. Alright. This will spawn that K-Sickle. What's nice about spawning just one K-Sickle is that K-Sickle alone will provide loot. I'm going to go ahead and do a utility core move to move back to here. And that'll be it. Goes to K-Sickle, 1 through 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll actually get a shot on Zeke. Zeke doesn't have a way of evading, so it's just going to shoot. And misses. Alright, goes to Remy. We're going to keep this simple. I'm just going to throw knives. Also, I get 1 stamina because of haste. Five damage. That is not enough, but it's close. Alright, let's throw another knife. Okay, that will kill. Bye-bye, Waterloo. 6 gold. Putting us at 105. Also, what have we looted so far? Just gold. Okay, so we're at 21 cards, so there's a 1 in 7 chance of getting an item at this point. Alright, It is still Remy's turn. I'll go ahead and do the free re-equip with the backpack. And then I'm going to spend 2 stamina to fly. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to spend a stamina to loot the blue loot token. You find a pile of treasure. The party gains 20 gold. Behind you, water splashes. You turn with your weapon drawn. Afraid you'll find more water loas. However, you don't see anything. You shrug and pocket the loot. 20 gold. All right. I'm then going to go ahead and just do a shady training and get myself onto the platform here. All right, that is end of round. I could try to kill this cave sickle now, but I think... I don't know. Do I want to kill the cave sickle like that? Actually, let's see. Instead of doing shady training, yeah, let's just throw some knives. Here goes nothing. 5 damage, and then I'll throw the other one. Alright, that is a dead cave sickle. And we'll draw some loot. 7 gold. 132. I don't want to risk getting poisoned or just taking damage unnecessarily, because remember, we're probably not going to get a refresh anytime soon. Alright, so I'm still in the water, that's fine. Let's go new round. Well, Remy goes first. I'm going to get 4 stamina thanks to haste. I'm going to spend 2 of it to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, which will trigger this red totem. In the back of a tight spot between 2 rock formations, you see some loot. Spawn the red loot token on the space this totem occupied. Okay. I'm still technically moving. I am going to go ahead and move 2 more spaces. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a re-equip again. I'll get our last throwing knife and a bottle blessing. Okay. Goes to Zeke. Zeke's in water lower form right now. We'll go ahead and spend a stamina to transform back. Then spend a stamina to give haste to Nightingale. And we'll just spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 4 stamina thanks to haste. Spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Rook will go. I'm going to spend 3 stamina and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically, if we were playing with urgency, this would give us an urgency because there are no monsters on the board. That's why I don't like playing with urgency. It's just kind of lame. We killed everything quickly, and now we're just getting urgency just because we're efficient. Goes to Zeke. Zeke will get 3 stamina. We'll spend 1 to give haste to Rook. And then I'm going to spend a stamina to transform into a water loa and spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's the neatest thing about Conduit Summon is you can transform at any time, but the biggest restriction for it is the stamina cost. Like, 1 stamina per transformation may sound cheap, but it adds up so quickly. And you kind of need every stamina point to kind of make things work. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 4 stamina thanks to haste. Spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that was what, 7, 9, 11. Yep, that is 4 stamina. All right, goes to Rook. Rook will get 4 stamina, spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, goes to Remy. Remy will get 4 stamina. We'll spend 1 to loot. Gain 10 gold and 1 random consumable, then read the hidden text for the blue objective. We're at 142. And we get a bomb. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do not have room to actually carry this now. So we'll put this in the stash. I don't know if you can actually do like a re-equip while doing this and then put whatever you don't want into the stash. I just assume if you don't have room for it at all, it just immediately goes to the stash. Alright, blue objective. As you grab the loot, a clicking sound echoes through the grotto. The ceiling collapses, forces you to jump out of the way. Remove your figure from the board, replace the red loot token with a 1x1 obstructing terrain token, and then place tiles and tokens according to diagram 4. So we'll start with that first. Okay. Then tiles and tokens based off diagram 4. All right. For this layout, we want it like this. Okay, and then we do this. That. Okay. We also, I don't know if diagrams are classified as placement or spawning. I'm going to assume it's spawning and just roll. Okay, we get the variant. So we get a purple here and a red over here. Sorry, I'm getting some lag spikes. Okay, so that was our diagram placement. Then make an agility 10 check. So this plus 6. All right, passed with flying colors, 15. If you fail, you are crushed by falling rocks and immediately defeated. If you pass, place your figure on the blue objective token on diagram 4, then discard the blue objective token. While adjacent to an obstructing terrain token, an adventurer may take an encounter action to make a strength 10 check. If they pass, they may discard the obstructing terrain token. Okay, so we'll spawn Remy onto the blue objective and remove it. So yeah, this could hope that you have someone with high agility and hope that that person is not carrying the bug bomb, because that is a quick and easy way to lose the bug bomb. All right. We'll go ahead and continue with Remy's turn. I haven't moved yet. So I'm just going to first do a Blade Works and attack this Cave Sickle. So 2 whites. That is a miss. I'll go ahead and do an intervention. Yeah, I'll do an intervention. And re-roll both dice. Alright, that is 14 versus like 8, so the base damage alone will kill it. We do need to roll a black die to see if it explodes, because this is the variant. It does not. Okay, and then next I will go ahead and I'll throw a throwing knife. One in 3 chance. Good luck. Nope. You know what? I'll go ahead and re-roll it with a enchanted piercing. 6 damage kills it. I'll roll to see if it explodes. Not that it matters. Does not explode. All right, Cave Sickle's dead. $5 gold. 1, 4, 7. All right. At this point, I can move. I'll go ahead and do a spin 2 to fly because I haven't moved yet. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I'll go ahead and trigger green. A cave sickle is hiding from the ruckus. Spawn a cave sickle in the space this totem occupied. That's why I was hoping to get all the kills right now. That way I can spawn another swarm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I've already done all. Okay. I'm just making sure for some reason I thought I didn't draw a loot token, but I did. All right, first things first. Not the variants, regular. Also, I didn't even remove the initiative card, but it's where it needs to be. So, goes on what? The space this totem occupied. So it's going to be right here. All right, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go ahead and attack with a fight drive, and we'll see if we can end this. 13, that is 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, I think. Definitely a kill. Counting with Middara. 7 gold. Will we go through this entire sickle hive without getting any item cards? It is possible. We have what, a 1 in 6 chance of getting an item now? Alright, that is it for that. That's end of round. Don't need to worry about urgency if we were. We'll go ahead and shuffle. Alright, goes to Zeke. Zeke will get 3 stamina. We'll spend 1 to transform out, and then we'll move. Also, I think I forgot to do... yeah, I've been forgetting to do intervention this entire time. We'll go ahead and transform out of Waterloa, and then move 1, 2, 3. We'll do a strength check, and remove this. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to worry about anything else. Goes to Remy. Remy will get 4 stamina. We'll spend 2. At this point, I am going to go ahead and just do the re-equip and just get this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and flip these because these don't matter anymore. And then we'll fly. I have 4 stamina. I'll spend 2 to fly to get to here. And then loot this. Green loot token. You find a pile of treasure. The party gains 20 gold. 174. Okay. Goes a rook. Let's go ahead and take the time. At this point, I'm just going to take the time to do the interventions. I should have done that earlier. So I'm just going to spend that time and then just go straight to exit. Everything else doesn't really matter at this point. All right, so with all that said and done, we'll go ahead and resolve all of this. Win condition for blue exit is none, and you continue to sickles upon sickles. All right, sickles upon sickles. A foul stench hits you like a brick in the face. The hive must be up ahead. You've heard of cave sickle warriors who guard the deeper parts of their hives. Some people say that they are tougher than your average cave sickle. Hopefully this is just a rumor. Here's some stuff about aggro, polling, and urgency, but don't need to worry about that. Special encounter rules. Oh, actually, one thing to note is there are 2 spawn locations. There's the blue one and orange one. If the last encounter played was Dank Grotto, you start at the orange starting zone, and when setting up this encounter, after dealing initial cards, you move all the Cave Sickle initiative cards to the back of the initiative track and then read the flavor text. Same rules for Bug Bomb. The blue location is the location where you need to set the Bug Bomb, so you have to have the guy with the Bug Bomb do an encounter action to resolve that. The red and green objectives say don't read them until you... Oh, actually, so the red objective is as soon as you move onto the space, you trigger it, and then the green objective is read it when you're told to. I think that's just about everything. It is. Okay. So yeah, with all of that said and done, we'll go ahead. No refresh. Don't need to worry about any of that. Our interventions do carry over, which is why I took the time to go ahead and just reapply it. Sorry if I sped through the last bit there, but as you can see, there's nothing on the board anymore, so you might as well just do what you need to do and get through it. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1, and hopefully we'll reach the end of this hive and finish it. See you guys next time.